Trif and VA up against Frenzy and Shifting Shadows in the winner's semi-final. Usually Trif plays with the cast attack, but apparently not in doubles, so I guess he's probably the tagless one. What do you think about the matchup? Double Peach. What do you think about Double Peach in general?
It's definitely there's going to be some janky stuff happening. I think if they get a lead,
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Especially since Peach is very good at comboing into other Peaches, since they can, if obviously played correct, they can float at the exact heat where moves will send the opponent and then beautifully combo their moves into each other's. But same goes for Falcon and Falco. They obviously don't have floats, but they have very fast jumps, so getting to where they have to be is not that hard of a task for these characters, especially since they're both very fast as well.
Not only do they kill earlier, but they have a lot of early kill setups with things like Shiny and just tech chasing, whereas the Peach team sort of have to build damage and then get them off stage or finish them off with an air or something.
Yeah. And Shine definitely is one of the best setup moves you can have in teams in general, because it has so much hit stun because of that electrifying effect. That's why Puff Falco is one of the teams that I always get told is very good, but that I don't ever really see. But Shine combos into Rest very well, and if it combos into Rest very well, then it obviously also combos into Knee. Great Knee right there, by the way. Just shorted Knee.
Saw quite an unfortunate miss where one of the Peaches had a grab and the other sort of missed the reaction and just stood there.
Yikes.
Screen's back.
Screen goes black and 2 kills happen.
They're evening it up.
Yeah, this is looking really even.
Between stocks they can still pretty well, so waiting for the teammates not a problem. There's no reason to. Oh. An interesting save with an air there, I'm not sure if that was necessary.
So, from what I know, Trif personally doesn't really like teaming. He comes to Germany very often to take all our money, and obviously you get to talk to him a lot when he's at the tournaments, and he usually says that he really doesn't enjoy teams, but he still plays it anyways. And I think he's actually performing quite well right now.
Yeah, this is winners semis, and with double Peach, I can see them getting upset on the way, but they managed to stay in this far, so...
Ooh, what a knee.
Here we see just those quick kills coming in. It was 2 stocks to 2, and suddenly it's 1 stock from each Peach now, so it's...
Is he trying to charge an up smash there? Ooh, that down smash caught both of them slipping, but they both make it back to the stage. That up smash is gonna kill though, and now Falco's alone does manage to cover the time quite well, and that turnip throw.
Yeah,
nice.
having the turnip in his hand I thought might have ruined the punish for him, but he actually still managed to pick up the stock.
Absolutely. So, dip and down low taking that stock, and we are down to the last stocks for both of the teams and every single member.
And I think given the matchup, it's definitely going to be momentum for whoever wins this. It's going to be rough to make the comeback.
Absolutely. Especially now in the last stock, there's always the opportunity for something bad to happen, but that knee is going to kill, and now it's... Yeah, it's the Peach with the tags is Trif from what you can see moving on the cameras right there. So it's Trif in a 2v1, eats it back air. Let's see if he makes it back. Falcon is so threatening when he's jumping like at that low heat under the platform, because he can always just double jump knee when you're just in shield on the platform.
Yeah, and Falco's always there to cover him, so there's just not much risk to doing anything.
Up out of shield is not quite going to save Trif out of that situation, as the up air connects and sends him off the stage. That back air does not quite wrap it up. Great DI. hits him with the forward tilt to get him off the stage. Nice jab as well.
Oh, Frenzy falling off the stage.
SDs.
That was an interesting reverse jab. Managed to pick up all 3 hits from it as well. So.
Is he gonna kill him with a gentleman? This is so close right now. It's so intense.
Okay, that was a huge pickup. I think if they lost that game, Frenzy would have been tilted. The momentum would have all been for the Peaches.
Absolutely. Trif almost pulled it back, but air dodges a bit too early and then gets clipped by the backhand. Dies off the side. So let's see. What do you think the counter pick should be for the double Peaches?
Are we in best of 5 yet?
Probably. Well, winner semis should be best of 5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think FD was... I mean, they can just pick up the punish a lot easier, and they were using the platforms quite well to escape the Peaches, but I think, obviously, the idea is you don't go into a match thinking you're going to be behind, you have to go in thinking that you're going to spiral a lead from early punishes. Absolutely. If they fall behind, this is even worse, but you can't really go into it with that mindset.
Cute little grab into grab. Team combo there.
Perfect spacing on that down smash to hit the Falcon and not hit the other Peach.
Wonderful. So FD, Trif is known to be a monster on this stage, especially since his punish game is so explosive. He even posted a combo video to get into Summit, and you don't really see that from Peaches very often. Or like, I think it was 0 to death on another Peach.
Grab release knee, definitely have clean punishes, and I think they've obviously prepared, they know what they're doing, like on the same wavelength, so. Friends getting picked up by that dare. It's unfortunate. And slight lead for the Peaches here.
Yeah, he dips just low enough to make it back, and that should be a kill as well.
Yeah, risky recovery by Sheffield. This is what I mean, like once they get ahead, they can just blend the enemy team, and it's hard to make the comeback.
Yeah, especially since they can play pretty janky as well and just try and camp the ledge and then get
and yeah,
some
stuff like that happening with that back throw. Frenzy with good awareness to switch target and try and save shifting in a spot that you might have written off as being dead.
Yeah, those lasers are really helping their recovery since they are so good at interrupting, and Frenzy's not going to make it back from that. Alright, this stage is definitely working wonders for the two Peaches. They are up by a large margin, which is 3 stocks, so they have double the stocks of the green team. This is just a rinse and repeat edge guard. The Nair picks up the kill, so Falcon and Falco are looking. At this point, you already start thinking about the next game, don't you?
Yeah, like it's already spiraled. It's too late to bring it back, and I think the lack of platform stops them getting certain knees that they could otherwise get to maybe try and bring it back. So it's just.
Absolutely.
And the two Peaches are managing to get like 2 singles combos going on at once, and when that happens, that's sort of, you know, especially against 2 fast fallers, that pretty much the game's over once that happens. It's not really a great deal you can do to come back from that. Yeah, 4 stocks left on the red team.
Very convincing by Vanity Angel and Trif. So what do you think should be the counter pick for Frenzy and Shifting Shadows here? I'm thinking Yoshi's probably.
Yeah, I think that Yoshi's a try, because also there's the stage size element if they consider Stadium, so I think Yoshi's is probably the pick.
I think for Falcon and Falco, Yoshi's is probably better since it has more narrow sights, and their kill moves are usually off the side. For Falco, it's racking up damage with the combos and then trying to finish with a back air or try and get a double dip or something. And then for Falcon, it's obviously usually the knee that tries to pick up the kills.
Yeah, on Yoshi's even like up air can plug out a lot of stocks.
Yeah. Well, they are going to Battlefield. Maybe they are trying to... Maybe they're just scared that they obviously die early as well.
Yeah, they probably want the top platform given that FD didn't go too well. They're probably somewhat scared of the transformations too, because of in the double situations where you don't have time, Peach is a lot scarier than other characters that might usually be more scary in pits.
There, Frenzy getting a little combo started on VA, but gets interrupted by the umbrella.
Yeah, shifting clearly hesitated on which way to go there. Frenzy ended up dying for it and shifting too, which is an unfortunate swing. It shows that you need to react. As Frenzy going for some edge cancel, maybe to save. Just missed it.
Those lasers are definitely helping the Falcon's recovery, but it's not going to be enough, and this is looking devastating.
Yeah, they need to do something right now, otherwise it's going to become more.
This is looking really bad, especially since it's very tilting. You have an SD in there, you get a grab, and then the grab release doesn't combo into the knee, and you die for it, and then your SD immediately, like in immunity, and then both the Peaches have 4 stocks. Just now they took their first stock after 1.5 minutes almost.
Yeah, just anytime they pick up a combo, you see Trif coming with the up B, interrupt it, save anti-angel.
Yeah, definitely very great awareness, as you have pointed out already. Especially when they knock someone off stage, you immediately see the other Peach floating there to try and pick up the kill. That's what I meant earlier with the very dangerous double combo punish game from Peach. Down goes Shifting Shadows once more, but I gotta say, those 2 stocks for Frenzy and Shifting Shadow definitely did hold a lot longer.
Yeah, they're picking up the pieces for sure. I guess it's just a case of it's taking them this like long drawn-out comeback, and then one single moment where the Peaches get something together, and suddenly they're back in the depths. So it's
yeah, but they are definitely making the comeback happen more or less right now. That reverse knee is not gonna quite kill. He has to get a back air here, but doesn't quite.
Yeah, with the threat of the other Peach coming in as well, it's hard to set up a slow drawn out edge guard and basically have to go for the 50-50s.
Absolutely. It's not very easy to get those 50-50s.
Perfect coverage on the ledge by the 2 Peaches, covered the roll and the in-place options and killed Frenzy all at once.
Yeah. This is looking like Frenzy and Shifting Shadow are just facing down the better players, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the comp definitely lends itself well to like being slightly better. You can spiral your punishes out on them, and that's going to make a difference.
Alright, let's see. So we have Trif on 2 stocks and almost 0%, and Vanity Angel on... Oh, drifts by and gives him the booty, and that's going to be Shifting Shadow's last stock. Let's see if Frenzy can make something happen, but at this point...
Both Peaches up being around, they're just trying to set up some drop-down up B into something combo, and with 2 of them it's even worse. Yeah, it's... When they start flinging out up Bs to try and get like a highlight reel on you, it's sort of, you know it's over. Like you're not going to make a proper comeback when they're just throwing moves about.
Yeah, usually doesn't happen, so let's see. Battlefield didn't work out too well as a counter pick. I think Yoshi's is very dangerous.
I think we'll see the stadium pick come out here. I think that's what they should do. They just...
Probably. Alright.
I think it's quite tough given they're being out-punished, but like, because they're being out-punished by double Peach, because it's Peach, Dreamland's out of the equation, but then every other stage doesn't really lend itself well to being out-punished so hard. So there's not a whole lot that you can do.
Yeah.
I think the ceiling on Stadium isn't really going to play into anything. But back to
Battlefield. Maybe they're trying to fix up some of their mistakes.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for the first couple stocks going as far towards the Peaches as they did, then things would have been very close. So I think they just realised that they need to not make these big mistakes and not get blown up. But already, luckily Frenzy manages to not take too much damage, but he dies anyway, so... It's definitely looking rough.
It looks a bit like a repeat of just the first game. Oh lord.
Yeah, Frenzy. I think that bear actually saved him, so that was pretty smart. Hitting shifting with it. Yeah, when one of them's on the platform and one's on the ground, you're just restricted and you can't do anything. You can't shoot lasers because doubles, and then if you jump you get blended. If you stay on the ground, there's dash attacks, there's aerials.
Yeah, but props to the red team for creating that situation and creating that pressure.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect them to have prepared the double peach composition as well as they seem to have. They've definitely, like, they know their strengths and they know how to cover for it. So it's they're executing it really well, and I think that's the issue, is that they have a great game plan and they're executing perfectly, whereas I think Shifting and Frenzy's game plan fell apart and they're making these little mistakes that are paying.
Yeah, and also one thing I noticed that I wanted to point out is how well they are setting up the edge guards, because just now when Trif was edge guarding the Captain Falcon, he was literally floating there for almost the full float duration and did not get challenged because VA was holding up Shifting Shadows so well and denying him just the entrance into interrupting that edge guard sequence.
Yeah, we saw another rough situation where Frenzy got the grab and Shifting was on the platform and they just sort of whiffed a couple of stomps and then dared against a shield because the grab released. So they're missing their punishers and the other team aren't, and their edge guards and the opportunities it's definitely rough.
Yeah, if Shifting Shadows doesn't make a miracle happen right here, then
this would be probably the greatest comeback.
Alright.
Yeah, 2 peaches to
wrap it up.
It's not happening.
Great effort from Shifting Shadows and Frenzy. They won game 1, but then that